I got onto a bit of a tangent there in the previous, so we had to stop the video. I ran out of room. Welcome to this episode of where the fuck was I? TransLink or Jonathan Thurston's got an airline I was talking about last episode about getting two projects. One project is a website that takes submissions from people willing and who are duly suited toward hosting other people from the bushfire-stricken areas. So on a home stay or something like that, even if it's got kids or whatever, this is a free service, non-for-profit, direct supplier to consumer, supplier of mateship to consumer of mateship. So it's mate to mate, Australian to Australian. If you've got a spare room or a spare house, I've got work to do on some houses, so why don't I get a couple of these blokes up that have, lost everything, get them up here, get them working, they'll probably get their mind off whatever's happened, and give them some money that they can send home. When they renovate the place, they can have their family move in or one of the affected people down there, because there's no one in the joint at the moment. Unlikely that it's going to get rented out over the wet season. There's work to do, but you don't need to be a genius. Put your caravan up and stay in one of the places tonight because it's ready to go. Mains power, no shower, big yard, not a safe area at all at Warree, no fence. Dog's okay, but only on a chain because the fucking road it's on a corner block, that one, and the other one, it's a busy road. So no little kids, no yards, a problem. So putting up a fence makes that rentable. So anyone that can put up a fence, get up here. And when you get up here, maybe what you could do is meet a crew of locals. You train them for a week on how to put up a fence, even if it's watching a YouTube video. And then you select who you might think to take the risk out of it. You got to get on with this person, and you meet one of the Cairns boys and they go down with you. So you train up your volunteers doing a fence in Cairns, teaching them how to do it on a fucking residential quality level, right? And then take them back down to famine-stricken area, fire-stricken area, and they're putting up fences and putting livestock in so that income's coming in, and they're planting. Well, I'd like an opinion on whether a native grass would be, can't you go through and level all of the fucking timber? I know this is got an obvious answer that I'm unaware of, but I'm from fucking Cairns. So can't you just get rid of all of the deforest, the whole fucking swathes of land, as fire breaks that are fucking not that you can ever accommodate a fireball that's going to travel 130 fucking kilometres and land. So I don't know if there's any fire management, more frequent fires, more funding by the look of it to the regional fire services would be a fucking good start. So has that lesson been learnt? And then if not, then what's the insurance? Can you get insurance there? So now it's a fucking hot topic, but should we be building in the fire stricken area? Whoa, okay. Should we be building in a fucking cyclone area or a flood area, right? Where is safe on the planet to build? Earthquake area, there's always degrees of risks. Now, with the frequency of those bushfires occurring, does it make sense to build there? In the absence of, preventative measures or mitigating measures to life and limb stock and other property. So what's going to happen? Should we go down there and rebuild it, or should we be looking at building the infrastructure? And with all these unemployed people at the moment, why don't we get them out there lending a hand with a fucking axe and just chopping or doing whatever the fuck under direction of the military, who can be in charge of compliance and control, and fucking they're just directing and, get to know the military, get to know the community, people from all over Australia, and it'd have to be a very delicately managed operation, so that we don't get a repeat of COVID outbreak and bullshit, but it might be conducive toward wide open spaces and just go, right, there's your fucking tent and your square kilometre. Do not fucking go outside the perimeter. We'll come in, and this is what we want you to do. We want you to put up this length of fence, do it this way when the machine gets down to where you are. Right. So bang. And then that guy knows how to do fencing. So there's a little fencing badge that he gets in addition, community building, and I reckon if that were to happen, the benefit would directly flow from mate to mate, from one Australian to another, because I don't think it flowed very well through James Morrison, the fucking captain of the ship. That was a very, very bad look. And I'm a fan. However, there are two detracting points that I have currently and that's growing. That turned my guts watching that. I won't go there again. But if those don't know what I'm talking about, it was when he visited the bushfire fucking scenario and people were reluctant to shake his hand because of, well, check out the ABC episode, but it's really gut-wrenching television. And I don't know that I can recover from that body shot. Not to say it, I'd all but forgotten it. So thanks for the reminder. He's not a fucking nice guy at all. Cronulla fan. So if the real fucking Jim Morrison, Scott Morrison I'm talking about, if the real fucking Scott Morrison wants to emerge anytime fucking soon, we'd like to see the cut. Anyway, meaning we want have the fucking Royal Commission ex post delivery of the fucking aid to the people that need it, and the other people who have fucking funded it are also up in arms because they've already agreed to release it. They want it to get there, and for whatever reason, it's being held up in the bureaucracy. And I want the bureaucracy system to completely fucking be replaced by something democratic. Because at the moment, the right forum to have a fucking logical debate over animal rights, over Adani development, over coal mining, whatever, the correct forum for that has to be something other than lying down in the street of a major capital city and shutting down commuting traffic. That is just ridiculous as far as a means of a rational, logical debate. Q&A on the ABC is not a bad forum, but I mean, as a concept, but in reality it's slanted either way you want to look at it, which probably means it could be balanced because everyone seems to think that it's slanted one direction or the other. But yeah, I think that needs to change. And we need, if there's a bypass, we need to give the fucking Canberra, let's call it the Canberra bypass, shall we? It's not anarchy, it's just the Canberra bypass. It's like, rightio, we give you money in the form of tax, we donated money to the Red Cross, we fucking uploaded money on that GoFundMe website, it got all held up and fucked about, and the lawyers won. So the people on the ground watch that ABC show, give funding to the ABC as well, because that was well in. So I'm pissed off, I'm up here, I'd love to go and learn how to do fencing, I'd love to get my own block and put a fence on it, but I don't know how to do a fence. Guess what? No brainer. So for 60 days, I'm going to allocate probably a week down there on the ground, see what needs to be done, what my capacity is to deliver it, and only stay for a week and fuck off and then come back a bit later on, when there's been a bit more time to plan. I'll get my place up ready here for occupation while I'm gone. So I'll be the case study and the guinea pig and test case for this user story that will be uploaded on YouTubers I'm doing with this method that I'm showing in the previous episodes to publicise the idea and hopefully get some funding, possibly from Brits. Brits have got all those spare caravans, so why not get them all down there? Get them all down to that one area, one-way drive, cans to the bushfires, because it'll be getting fucking warmer hopefully down there. It's 4 degrees. Drive a Brits van down. For those that need accommodation, Brits will offer, leave the vans down there and accommodate not the people driving down in the vans. They're going to camp out. The people that need the fucking vans, who are living in caravans with no fucking shower, it's freezing cold, borrowed by a mate, well, for fuck's sake, you've got vans sitting on the tarmac here with no tourists using them, so one way the fucker down there. Then you've got a whole heap of vans in the bushfire section. What are you going to do with them? You're going to advertise for sale movement of those vans north, and you might even put some people from the bushfire area, give them a fucking camper van and say, get the fuck out and take your family on a tour, right? In this van, fully paid, fully fueled, fully insured, fully, go and get your family healthy again, right? You've taken a fucking hit, fella. Get out of the fight. We'll take it from here. What do you need doing around the place? We'll speak to this person. This person will be like a program manager. There'll be a central point of contact so that people aren't stepping on one another's toes, so that people are getting the right type of benefit that they require, not what people think. You know, people need money, cash money. People need work to give themselves a sense of dignity. They don't need a hand out. They need just a bit of a hand up. So, you know, and I think for me, it's a really interesting, because what was I going to do but go out on a fucking tour of Australia anyway? Birdsville races would be nice. But fuck that, I'd much rather get and live in a caravan park in my Brits van, right? I haven't asked them yet, so if anyone wants to fill that sponsorship spot, it's a good fucking look, not only from a PR perspective, but in reality, because people down there, and we get the government to pay, right, for these Brits vans to come north, okay, and the people will be there doing their social media. There'll be media all over it, and it'll be See Queensland in a van. And where are the punters coming from? They're coming from domestic tourists from New South Wales or fucking Queensland or wherever. They don't need to be fire-stricken to want to get in one of these vans, but as a PR, as a way of giving them an actual benefit in the form of, here's your free van and a free holiday, stay in these big 4 caravan parks. You gain the exposure, because they're letting people stay in their place for free. The van people are letting them stay in the van for free. The government are coming to the party with funding whatever gaps are required. Tourism's getting a shot in the arm in an election year Queensland Premier, and I'm very much in agreement with her, as much as I, through gritted teeth, I hate her. But she'd got it right on the border, and I think that's was very prudent and difficult to do, and they shouldn't have politicised it. Healthcare should have always been above politics. Nothing ever is, or beneath it seemingly. So, good thing, shut the border. Let's now open the fucking borders to New South Wales people. And if they want to upload their social media, if they want to talk to the film crew, those people in that ABC documentary, you know, that guy that had his, I'd like to kick off a community project like a man shed project down there called Community Forward. This is just my pipe dream, right? So the idea would be we get an old Fairlane somewhere, because there's a bloke that I don't know if he does them up or just collected them, but I'll bet he would look like he'd know a fucking thing or two about putting a Ford together. So go and have a yarn to that bloke, maybe buy one of his burnt out ones, and, you know, the Ford Phoenix, it was going to be called, this man shed. So for Ford fans, Holden fans can do the same thing, don't care. It's about a community shed. We build a community vehicle that does community work to drive people in style, right, to the nearest airport, wherever that might be. and this could be a Ford Fairlane. I was thinking XD Falcon, that's what I had, but you know, a big old car that's fully fucking air conditioned, a lot, a limousine, and get picked up in this white Ford Fairlane, you know, ex-government car style. What for? Well, it's going to attract a bit of attention, drive people to the hospital in this car, pick other people up from the airport to promote tourism as a free transfer, like a school bus for people that need a hospital run, just a locally, you know, if you need something picked up from the shops and no one's doing nothing, oh, just go down to the bloody, you know, I'm a member of the Ford Phoenix crew. I can go down there anytime, day or night. If that vehicle's available and I can check on the app, I can get in it and I can take it for a drive and get old mate a packet of smokes who lives out at Whoop Whoop. So he doesn't have to come into town or risk drink driving, and he just wants someone to chat to, right? That's it, you know. So we fix, we teach, we care. That's the motto. And Ford, Phoenix Ford, be a good